So you're doing everything right during the day. You're hitting your protein goals, you're drinking your water, and you're lifting weights. But then the evening hits and now you're ordering takeout and doom scrolling social media, and then the snacking starts. Now, if this sounds familiar, just know that you're not alone. This actually sums up most of my adulthood. And for a long time, I didn't even realize that not only was I undoing my morning efforts, but I was also sabotaging an opportunity to exponentially increase my fat loss in the evenings without much effort. So today I'm going to reveal to you some of the things that you can start doing in the evenings right now that will actually speed up your fat loss. Welcome back to Urs Gets Fit. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Ursula. I lost 70 pounds in 9 months. I had a tummy tuck to remove loose skin, and then I lost an additional 16 pounds. So I've lost approximately 90 pounds total over the course of about 18 months. And some of the things that I'm about to share with you are things that I incorporated into my own weight loss journey that made a significant difference in the speed in which I was able to burn fat. Now, the foundation to all of this is eating a high protein dinner. And I'm going to tell you why that matters, especially for us women over 40. As we age, our bodies don't hold on to muscle as easily. In fact, our bodies actually start to break down our muscle mass as we age. And muscle is our metabolism's best friend. Our bodies use our muscle to burn fat. And so you can see why as we age, if we're not actively fueling our bodies with protein, then our fat loss will automatically start to slow down. Those things that work for fat loss for us in our 20s will no longer work for us in our 40s and beyond. So if we're not feeding our bodies protein, especially at night, we're missing a huge opportunity to burn more fat and to burn it faster. Now, a high protein dinner will keep you fuller longer. It'll help reduce those late night cravings that tend to hit about 9 p.m. and it'll help your body repair and build muscle while you sleep. And I'm talking about things like grilled chicken and salmon, turkey, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. These are going to be your go-tos. And you want to aim for at least 30 to 40 grams of protein at dinner. And that is not as hard as it sounds. A 4-ounce chicken breast is already about 35 grams of protein. When I was on my weight loss journey, and even now in my weight maintenance phase, I prioritize protein at every meal, but especially dinner, because it helps to keep me full and prevent those late night cravings, that late night snacking. And when I go to sleep, I know that I'm helping my body in the fat burning process because I fueled it with protein at dinner time. Now, if you're like, that sounds simple enough, but I still don't know what to eat, then pick up a copy of the 7-Day Slim Down, which is a 7-day clean eating meal plan. I give you the meals for all 7 days. I give you 11 recipes, and 4 of those recipes are protein packed and perfect for dinner. Now, it's not a full program. It is a 7-day meal plan with the recipes, but it's less than $10. The link is in the video description if you want to check that out. Now, another way that you're probably sabotaging your fat loss in the evenings and you don't even know it is that you're eating right before you go to bed. And I get it, life is busy. You're probably eating dinner at 8 and going to bed at 9. But I want you to hear me out on this one because this one is critical. Now, when you eat right before bedtime, when you go to sleep, your body is digesting food. It is not burning fat. Your body is a machine. It does things very efficiently. It's going to expend the least amount of energy as possible to perform a task. So your body waits until you go to sleep to perform critical functions so that it's not competing with other activities of the day. It waits until you go to sleep to burn fat and to balance hormones and to recover. And for women over 40, our hormones are already under stress. We don't need to add to that by reducing the amount of time our bodies have to balance those hormones overnight. Eating earlier gives your blood sugar time to stabilize before you sleep. So if you have an elevated blood sugar because you ate right before bedtime, then your body is in fat storage mode and not fat burning mode, and we don't want that. So if you go to bed at 10 p.m., try wrapping up your eating by 7 p.m. Even if you can do 7:30, 8 o'clock, that's a start, right? Start where you are. Now, when I incorporated this into my own weight loss journey, I started to realize that my mornings were a little different. I would wake up lighter, less bloated, and with more energy. So this is one of those tips where it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to implement, but it has a huge payoff. And how are you going to stop eating 3 hours before bedtime? You're going to close your kitchen. And some people will say that sounds super silly. Some people will say that sounds super simple, but I am here to tell you it actually works. And here's what I mean by close your kitchen. Pick a time every night, 6:30, 7, 7:30, and close it down. Just say, I'm done, no more eating, we are done for the day. And this is super important because a lot of times the excess calories that take us out of our calorie deficit are the ones that we're eating late at night. It is those snacking calories after dinner, and the pantry is calling us for a sweet treat. We might be watching TV, we might be stressed, we might be bored. This is our routine. This is our habit. This is our pattern, but it's a pattern that we have to break if we want to exponentially increase our fat loss and do it faster. And here's a little trick. Make it physical, make it visual. Put a sticky note on the pantry. We're closed. Turn out the light. One of the things that my mom used to do was she would take the dish towel and she would fold it over the sink, and that was everybody's signal in the house. No more. We're done. Kitchen is closed. And if you want something after the kitchen is closed, you go for water or herbal tea. That's it. And what you'll realize most of the time is that you weren't even hungry. You were just looking for something to do. I had a really bad habit of snacking late at night, visiting the pantry right before bed, eating a sweet treat on my way upstairs to the bedroom. This was the one habit that I was so glad I was able to break because it was holding me back on my weight loss journey for years. Okay, so here's my personal favorite. It actually accelerated my weight loss without me even realizing it. And that is walking after dinner. And I'm not talking about a power walk or workout. I'm talking about 15 to 20 minutes of just strolling around your neighborhood. That's it. Now, walking helps to lower your blood sugar after a meal. So that means less insulin spikes and less fat storage. It also kickstarts digestion and reduces cortisol, which is a big deal for us women over 40 carrying around belly fat. This walk after dinner is actually jump-starting all of those activities associated with eating so that when you lay down and go to sleep, your body is actually in fat burning and muscle building mode and not having to digest food. Now, I actually started doing this in my own weight loss journey from day one because I was walking twice a day for 45 minutes each time. The first walk was typically first thing in the morning, and then the second walk was typically in the evening after dinner time. And I didn't realize that with that walk after dinner, I was actually helping my body to burn more fat and to burn it faster. It also helped with evening cravings because I had no desire to eat after that walk. And when I did crave something, I typically fueled my body with more protein, maybe a protein shake or a protein bar. And this walk doesn't have to be overly complicated. If you can't get outdoors because of the elements, walk around your house, march in front of the TV. Maybe you have a treadmill at home or invest in a walking pad. Don't overcomplicate it. What counts is the movement, and even 10 minutes would help. And the one that people always underestimate is getting at least 7 hours of sleep at night. Now listen, I can't stress this enough. I know that our days are busy, our days are long. We're trying to pack as many activities into the day as possible. And typically that means we're getting less sleep. But hear me out. Sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is a fat burning strategy. Now, when you don't get enough sleep, your body does two things. One, it produces more ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone. And two, it produces less leptin, which is a hormone that tells your body is full. So yes, when you're sleep deprived, your body purposely makes you hungrier. It makes you wake up hungry, it makes you crave junk food, and you have less willpower to say no to anything. It is literally a biological setup for overeating. And remember, I talked about our bodies performing the most critical functions when we're asleep. One of those functions is producing the growth hormone and building muscle, and that's critical for us women over 40. So when we're cutting our sleep short, we're cutting our results short. Not only is our body not in fat burning mode, but it's also not in muscle building mode, which we need to burn fat. Now, I used to run on 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night, packing my day full of activities, and hey, I can sleep later. And I didn't understand why I was carrying around so much belly fat around my midsection. But when I committed to setting a bedtime and ensuring I slept at least 7 hours a night, my body started to recomposition fairly quickly, and then I got it. It literally blew my mind that all I had to do was sleep to burn belly fat and to look leaner. So start winding down earlier, set a sleep routine, set a dedicated bedtime, and stick to it. I promise the fat loss that you want and the body transformation that you want is on the other side of at least 7 hours of quality sleep every single night. Our evening routine is so important for our fat loss and our body transformation goals because it's when we sleep that all of the magic happens. And you don't have to implement all of these habits at one time. Pick one and follow it for a week, and then pick another one and incorporate that too. Progress starts with one decision, and then that one decision leads to another decision. And before you know it, you're following this lifestyle that will help you to reach your fat loss and fitness goals. And if you're ready to take things to the next level and you want me to coach you through your fat loss and your body transformation goals with protein-based meals and structured workouts and a community of supportive women just like you, then check out the Get Fit Challenge, which is open for enrollment now. Click on the link in the video description because you don't want to miss this opportunity for your own fat loss and body transformation goals. I hope you'll join us. If this video has been helpful to you, take a moment and give it a thumbs up so that other ladies just like you can find this information as well. And if you haven't joined the community yet, take a moment, click on the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of the Get Fit community. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.